So in the previous video, I was surprised that no one asked or questioned anything to do with the front bumper that I kind of sneak peeked. And for those who don't know, this is what I'm talking about. Yep. In the previous Camry video, I showed off this front bumper. You could see the damage that has been dealt. So I thought that in today's video, I'll address some of the reasons why I actually haven't been making any videos on my Camry. How do I even start a video like this?
So the Camry has been in an accident, and for some reason while recording this I didn't properly say that. The words just weren't coming out just like usual. But yeah, just in this little bit I'm trying to explain to you guys that the Camry being in this state just lowered my motivation for making videos on the Camry, because just in the back of my mind what other people would think about me getting in an accident, I don't know, but I don't really care anymore. That's why I really focused on the MR2. You know, that's not the only reason. Obviously I do have another car. So anyway, I'm just gonna let myself in the video talk about this more, so enjoy.
I was heading towards a fuel station, obviously, to fill up my car at around 8:30 in the morning. I was in no rush because I had just finished dropping off my girlfriend to work. So in order to get to the fuel station, I had to cross a main road, and you know, obviously it was very busy. Obviously there were people rushing. So I decided to go over a keep clear sign because I was turning right. It was a keep clear zone in the middle of the road, and I started to creep over. I started to creep over 2 lanes because obviously there was no one in it. The cars were giving way to me on the left, and on the right side they were all built up. Now when I was going past to the 3rd lane, a lady came in and she went right into me. From my point of view, it looked like she was in a lot of a rush. She obviously didn't see the keep clear sign and just continued to drive through it. Now I've looked up some things and it could possibly be my fault, but here's the thing. So the insurance companies haven't actually decided who's at fault. They haven't got back to me in around 3 months, and honestly I'm kind of happy about that. If I'm at fault, I do have to pay in excess upwards of around $800. I don't want to have to do that because my car won't get fixed if I do that. Now if it was her fault, if she was deemed at fault, my bumper would obviously be fixed and it would be good, and we wouldn't have this massive scratch on the bumper. It's honestly not that bad. It's more surface. It's a little bit rough, but there isn't any like big chunks missing from the bumper, and that's pretty surprising because her car looked like absolute crap. So like I said, I'm kind of happy that the insurance company hasn't got back to me. You know, I could get a free bumper out of this, a free fully resprayed bumper, but I honestly don't care because I'll be able to make a video on fixing this. But I am looking towards the bright side, and that's fixing this bumper. Now I do have plans to fix it, and like I said, all I'll be doing is sanding everything down, maybe filling it up a little bit and spraying it, and the bumper should be pretty good. Something I also haven't told you guys is that back when I first got my license, I actually dinged the car up pretty bad. My first accident, that's something that I'll probably make a separate video on that, but I did a pretty good job fixing it up, and you can't even tell, but the accident was actually right here, and you can see that I did a good job covering it up. So like I said, trying to look at the bright side of this accident is that I can show you guys how to properly repair your bumper and get rid of some big scratches, deep scratches like this one. I'll actually be showing you step by step on how to fix it and hopefully help you guys out as well. And in the previous video, I also mentioned debadging the Camry, and you can see that there has been some pretty big marks left over, you know, under this goop. More on this side, as you can see, like the paint has actually, you know, started to die there. But I'll also be painting all these little spots right here if this doesn't all come off. So I guess you guys can kind of stay tuned for a video like that, because it's been, you know, a long time and I haven't got any confirmation on what's happening with the insurance. So I'm just gonna fix it myself. Anyway, I thought this would be a good opportunity to also make an update video on the Camry. So there are quite a few things that I need to get done. For example, replacing the front tires and the rear tires. That's going to be pretty costly. Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, which I've had on for a lesser time than the 3s at the back, have actually worn down quite a bit. The tread is looking pretty low compared to what it was when I first got it, and I haven't had these on for a while, which is kind of surprising. Now the tread over here on the 3s look absolutely fine. However, there is like cracking that's happening just on the edge of the sidewall here, but the tread is pretty good and they haven't lost much grip. I haven't noticed. So the next tires that I'm going to get aren't going to be some crazy Michelin's Pilot Sport 4s or 3s or whatever, because I simply don't have the funds for it. I'll probably be going with definitely a cheaper tire, but I will be missing the handling that the Michelin's provide, because in the wet, these things are like on rails. You know, I know it's a Camry, doesn't have the best kind of handling, but the tires do make the biggest difference. And I've also ordered some RGB parking lights for the Camry. If you haven't seen the previous video on the MR2's parking lights, the RGB lights, definitely give it a watch. I'll link it somewhere up there. We're gonna be doing the same thing to the Camry. Give it some RGB lights. Obviously, we're not gonna run those when we're driving, but yeah, that's gonna be cool. Now, you guys have actually given me a very good amount of ideas and things that I could make videos on. And one thing that we're gonna try later is try to race the Camry against the MR2. The Camry is actually surprisingly quick for being a 20-year-old, 6-cylinder, family sedan with 5 seats and speakers. It's surprisingly quick, and I'd like to see how it goes against the MR2, because the MR2 definitely is quick. You know, it just feels quicker, you know, being loud and all that. But if the Camry keeps up with it, we're gonna have to do something about the MR2, because that's kind of depressing. But yeah, stay tuned for that. We're gonna race the Camry against the MR2, mark my words. Fingers crossed the MR2 wins, otherwise we're gonna have to rethink that whole decision on getting a naturally aspirated one. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. If you guys have any questions on the Camry or anything to do with the MR2 or any question in general, please comment down below. I feel like doing a Q&A, you know, soon. I haven't done one for like a year and a half or 2 years, whenever that was. I feel like it's better answering my questions, you know, in real life than just replying to comments. So comment some questions down below. I'll just give them a like, knowing that I will answer them in the next video or the next Q&A video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Also, a quick note, we have some stickers rolling out soon. Thank you so much to the patrons making this possible. Stickers will be rolling out soon and you guys will be able to buy them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any questions, go down below. See you guys in the next one.